Hi everyone, this is Dave from Geekanoids and welcome to my studio tour. In this very video, I'm going to show you around the whole studio and you'll get to see what I use on a daily basis with regards to technology and gadgets and how I produce some of the Geekanoids videos as well. Now normally in these studio tours you will have seen pretty much everything in previous videos, but not so with this one. I've been hard at work behind the scenes, so a lot of the products you're going to see in this video are brand new to the studio. So I'm going to get behind the camera now and I hope you enjoy this tour of the Geekanoids studio. So let's start in this area here, just to the right of the door there. We have got a pear-shaped LED lamp. It's actually from IKEA. They didn't have apple-shaped ones, so I went with this really sort of modern pear shape. And then behind the square sort of shade on the lamp, we've got an LED bulb. Really, really nice effect as well. And the LED bulb I think I got from LED Hut in the UK. And then just below there, Samsung Chromebook. This is not actually mine, this is my wife's, but I'm doing some work on here for her. And then that is sitting on the famous Geekanoids rotating table that I use for some of my videos. And then moving across to the right here, the Subscribe pillow. That's from a company called Throwboy. Absolutely love their products. Click the Subscribe pillow now. I'm only kidding, that's not an essential action, you can do that if you want. But just below here, this is a beanbag from beanbagbazaar.co.uk. They're not sponsoring me to say this, I just purchased this about a year ago and sometimes I kick back on it when I'm researching something on the iPad. And then round to the right here, probably the most used area of the studio because this is where I do a lot of my editing and also of course where you see me present a lot of the videos. We've got a chair here that was purchased from Amazon in the Geekanoids orange, of course. Really nice chair that is, actually very pleased with that. Just behind underneath the desk you can see a couple of my studio lights. They're the Coolite Interfit 9 and most of these products you're seeing, I should say, there are links in the video description to where you can either see a video or purchase the product. So let's move over to the desk. Now a lot of these items are sort of new to this area, so let's start with the screen. You've seen this before. This is my Apple Thunderbolt display. Really superb display. Best purchase I ever made with regards to monitors. It's just so good. Very clear display, very color accurate, and I just absolutely love it. And then just behind the display, if I just go around here, these are the Logitech Z600 speakers. These are wireless speakers, connect via Bluetooth. You can also connect them wired as well. And they've got touch sensitive panels on the top. And you can connect a couple of devices via Bluetooth to them. Or actually you might even be able to do 3 and then it'll interchange between whichever one you're playing audio from. Now I'm going to just sit down and show you these few items here. So I've got my iPhone 5S. Just sitting here. I've got the Sony RX100 Mark II. This is what I've been using for my personal videos. It is a fantastic compact camera. It is quite expensive, but the quality is absolutely superb. And then moving across to the left here, this is the Blue Microphones Spark Digital. Connects to iOS devices or USB devices. Very good microphone. I normally have a pop shield on the front here, but for the purposes of this video, you can see it naked there on the desk. Really good microphone, well worth checking out. And then just back across to where my Thunderbolt display is standing, this is a drawer from Just Mobile. Very nicely made. It's made of metal. You've got a little pen groove on the top here. And then in this drawer, if I just pull this out, you can see I've got my Canon Legria camera, some memory cards, and a Freecom hard drive. But the drawer's really nice because if I just pull it out very carefully, you can just see some cables at the back here. And there are actually holes in the back of the drawer and they go out of the back, and this hard drive is connected to the Mac Mini. So no need for cables being on show, and it's a really nice drawer. Very good indeed. And then just underneath the drawer, we've got my Lexar USB 3 memory card reader. Now I know the Mac Mini that's sitting here has got a memory card slot on the back, but it's not easily accessible because I've got it under the M table. This is another Just Mobile product, and this is just like another aluminium stand with rubber feet on the sides there. You can see the little rubber feet just here, and it just elevates my screen to a nice sort of height and also gives me some organisation space underneath. So really pleased with how that's looking. Oh, and my iPhone 5S is also on a Blue Lounge. I think it's called a Milo stand. I reviewed that on the channel many months ago. And then we've got my Logitech Solar keyboard. Really cool keyboard. I like it equally as much as the Apple keyboards, and the fact I haven't got to worry about replacing batteries thanks to these solar panels is a really good thing. And then we've got my Logitech trackpad. I prefer this to the Apple Magic Trackpad. It just works absolutely flawlessly. Really good trackpad. And then moving across, you can see here on the stand, I've got my Retina MacBook Pro 15-inch. Again, I unboxed this and tested it on the channel. It's a really good laptop, and I use it independently to the display, so I'm not running a dual screen setup. I just find that works better for me, because then I can grab this without having to disconnect it. It just works in the way that I do my particular sort of lifestyle. I like to be able to grab that and go without fiddling with dual screen displays. So let's close this down, and once that's closed, you'll be able to just see behind it a little bit. I've got a stand here that I use for the iPad from time to time. It's also, let me just pull this up, this also acts as a light as well, if I can get it to turn on. There we go. So it's actually got a light built in as well. Little stand there, and then we've got the Apple AirPort Extreme base station, the latest one. Very good range, very good speeds. And then just here, we've got my iPad Air, which I absolutely love. Best iPad to date, absolutely superb. And then if I just close that up, you'll see that it's in a case. This is a Nomo case, and this is their leather folio, and it's actually a very good case, much better than the Apple cases. And then underneath my MacBook Pro, you can see I've got the Apple keyboard and Magic Trackpad, and that's all sitting on a stand. And this is the Loft from Belkin. Actually, if I remove my MacBook Pro off the top there, you'll get a better look at the stand. You can see there it's sort of got a rubberized section on the top, some cable management at the back, metal foot on the bottom, and it just works really well because the MacBook Pro can sit on top, as you saw a minute ago, and then my keyboard can sort of slide underneath out of the way. Very neat solution. And then just moving down, not going to concentrate too much on this area, just some storage space underneath. I keep my Moleskine in there, cables, microphones, etc. in that area. And then let's move across to the screen. You're going to see a big reflection of me here, but I use this screen for recording my game capture videos, and also for testing audio products as well. From time to time, like you can see the KitSound Ovation soundbar sitting underneath the TV there, I test audio products, and I like to sit back and test them as though it's in sort of a lounge environment. So I've got a proper 47-inch, really good quality LG screen there, and I connect the game consoles to it, do the game capture, test audio products. You'll also see underneath here, if I just scout down on this area here, we've got a Skybox installed, we've got an Oppo Blu-ray player, and also an Arcam AVR receiver. And I use all of those for if I'm testing things like subwoofers. I've tested quite a lot of Velodyne subwoofers before, so they're all used for testing the audio products. And just at the back there, yes, that is a Now TV box sitting on top of my Apple TV, just underneath there. So let's move across to this area. Now these boxes here are Blue Lounge cable boxes. They're not meant for what I'm using them for actually. You're meant to put power supplies in them and hide away all your cables. I use them just for loose cable management. They work really well, superbly made, and you can see in the sides there, I've got some bits and pieces in there. I use one for all of my cable management, another one for miscellaneous accessories, and the one on the end there I use for all of my camera chargers. Works very well for me. So let's move across a little bit further, and we've got the Dyson Hot on the floor there, which is a very good product. And then just moving up, you'll see one of my lights. This is one of my studio lights. Well, it's not really a studio light, it's actually a SAD light, and it's called a Diamond. I think it's a Diamond 5, and it's meant for treating SAD, seasonal affective disorder, but it works very well as a fill-in studio light. So in combination with the lights I showed you down there, the Interfit lights, I use this from time to time as well for fill-in light. Oh, something I forgot to show you. when I just went down there. That is a cable bin from Blue Lounge. This is a really cool product, and I must admit I haven't set it up yet, but you can poke cables at the top for charging your iPad. This whole thing opens up, and inside you can put like your trailing sockets. So you can plug in lots of devices and just have all the cables neatly coming out the back. Very, very good product, and I'm going to be setting that up and sort of tidying up the cables in that area a little bit more later on. So now let's move across to this. Now this light is very good, I'll just show you. So at the moment this light is illuminating that area of the studio, and I can just rotate it round. Let's do it this way, and then it will actually illuminate this area of the studio. Now down on the floor there, that's just a subwoofer that's connected to my AV system. So this is where I do a lot of my recording. So in the bottom section here, I've got cupboards with review stock in. And then on the top section, you'll see here this white piece of material. And this is so I can swap this out for different colours. So I've got lots of different colours of this thin plastic, and I can swap it out for green, blue, red, pink, yellow. And it just creates a little bit of interest in the area, contrasting colour against some different products. And then this is the Surface 2, which I'm actually using at the moment. I'm actually using this to do some comparisons with the iPad, and I'm really loving it. Love the kickstand, just love how this works. So that's the product I'm working on at the moment. And then over the back here I've got a stand. I've got the mannequin that I use for the headphones. I've also got a Just Mobile headphone stand here with some Audio Technica headphones on top. And then my little fitting lights at the back, these are really good. These are LED lights, and you can adjust the brightness on them. They're sitting on top of GorillaPods. And if I just pick one up and show you a little bit better, this is it. It's from a company called Photo and Video. This is a K480, and it just works really well. Runs off of batteries. You'll also see threaded mounts on there. There's also one that the tripod is plugged into. And this little one here is a K320, so 32 LEDs in this one. And again, you'll see a little threaded mount on the side and some contacts, because you can actually connect these lights together. They come with some accessories, sort of this double threaded arm, flexible arm, so you can adjust them into all different angles and connect 2 or 3 together. They also come with this as well. Very, very good little lights, and just great for creating filling, because this is a dark corner in this area here. Very, very dark corner. So when I'm reviewing a product, I can actually turn this light on and it just fills in the back area, so you get rid of some of the shadows. And the same with this one. The smaller ones in this area here, because that's not as dark a corner. So larger one in the darkest corner and a smaller light in the not so dark corner. And just down here, we've got my little Pico Dolly or Pico Dolly, little wheeled sort of skateboard type implement. And you put a camera on top and you can do some nice panning shots. Very, very cool product. Then coming across to this area here, we've got a couple of stools that I use from time to time to sit on, and a nice red chair. And then we walk over to the shelves that you've probably missed so far. These actually are the shelves that used to be in my desk area, and they are the orange and white shelves that I purchased from Mojo Living. And then we have got on the shelves, let's have a little shelf tour, shall we? We have got my bobbleheads, which I absolutely love. We've also got my Lego Big Ben. And again, I've got loads of bobbleheads on my wish list, and I'll also put a link in the video description to the bobbleheads. And then moving down the shelf, we've got my little Mirrorbook Air, just a little bit of fun. We've got my Olympus Pen EP5. And then just underneath there, we've got my Panasonic camera and a clock and my Lego lights. And then down the bottom there, another Joby GorillaPod. That's a GorillaPod Video with a little sort of arm on it. Some more Lego lights along the bottom there. Another one of these LED lamps. I really like these new lamps. We've got a pair of those, and it just really helps illuminate the room nicely. And then just here, we've got another laptop stand, and that's because sometimes I sit in this area here, and I either use this, which is the Belkin Cush desk, to put the laptop on my lap, or I use this, which is the Ghost stand from 12 South. Really nice laptop stand, and it's made of this sort of clear perspex with rubber on the top, rubber on the bottom as well, so it doesn't slip. And it just means I can prop my laptop up on here to keep it sort of open on my social networks and use my iPad while I'm sitting in the chair. And then moving on, we've got a little table just in the corner here, and it's just got a couple of coasters on it, remote controls, Sonos system, and that is practically it. So these are just controls to the TV and the heaters, etc. And then moving across, this is an area you don't see very often, but when I'm doing gameplay videos, it's just a sofa that we sit on for doing the gameplay videos. And then we go over to this corner, it's just a little storage area. We've got some light stands and tripods. And then let's go back around here. And this is what you don't normally see. This is behind the tripods. Now, I don't normally have 2 tripods set up, but for the purposes of this studio tour, I thought I would actually just show you a couple of the tripods I use, because I get asked this a lot. So these are the main 2 tripods that I use for my videos. Let's start on this one here. This is the Vanguard Alta Plus 204 AP. It's a really good tripod. You can see the sectioned legs underneath. And then as we go up to the top, we've got a quick release plate on the top, and then we've got panning controls. We can tilt up and down. We can tilt on this axis as well. Very, very smooth tripod. Nice and lightweight as well. I'm actually recording this video using my Panasonic DMC G6, and this is perfect for that sort of size camera. Really, really good tripod. And then this tripod behind, this is my sort of professional level tripod when I'm using larger cameras. This is my Manfrotto 755 CX3. It's a carbon fiber tripod. Again, 3 sections on the bottom there. And then as we go up, this head is a really professional level head. The actual tripod doesn't come with a head, but this is the 501 HDV. And what this head has got is just really, really fluid movement. It's also got counterbalance as well, so you can actually set, if I just show you around on the side here, you can actually lock this head or engage a balance system, and that balance is for heavy lenses. So you can actually have it sort of bring the whole tripod up to a level state again. Very, very good tripod. It hasn't got the quick release plate on it at the moment. That's attached to another camera, but that is the sort of main professional level tripod that I use. Just again, just in case you didn't catch, that's the Manfrotto 755 CX3. And then on the top there, the actual head again, because I get asked this all the time, it's a 501 HDV. So we just have one last look over the back here. I think this looks really nice now that I've rearranged this area. The shelves that I used to have up on the left hand side, I'm actually probably going to replace those with a picture of some sort. We'll probably get something printed out to just sort of hang up here. But it just gives me so much more work area. The shelves were quite limiting in sort of how much space they took up. Something I forgot to show you that's just reminded me, and again, something I get asked quite a lot, I've got a canvas print up there. There's my Monitor Audio speaker with Yoda sitting on top. And then just behind the telly, we've got some more Just Mobile headphone stands with some Audio Technica ATH M50s and also some Sony headphones. And the thing I wanted to talk to you about actually was this photo here. And then if I come across to this area here, we've got another picture of the late Steve Jobs, again a canvas print, and both this one and the other picture up the top here were not actually purchased as you see them here. The actual photos were purchased and then they were printed by Snap Mad. Just a canvas print in the UK, very, very good company. I think they're 20 by 30 in size, and any decent photo printer or photo printing service will be able to print a supplied file onto a canvas. And it's like an actual boxed canvas if I show you on the side. So the print actually goes round the side as well. So I hope that sort of answers a lot of the questions I get about where I got that particular picture and that one that's sitting over there. So that's it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'm going to leave you with a little bit of music playing and some high resolution photos of the studio. If you've enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up. Please also subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all in the next one.